Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You can see my GR Corolla behind me, and I am going to be changing out the manual transmission gear oil. So I was doing an oil change, and since I had it up on the lift, I decided this is the best time to do it, and I was going to do it pretty soon anyway. So let me show you what's involved here. This is the second time I've changed it. At roughly 5,000 miles, I changed out the OEM fluid and kind of gave it 5,000 miles for break-in. I put in some Redline MT-LV, and I've used that in other transmissions that calls for it, and it's been fantastic. But I wanted to go ahead and do a sample and send the sample off and have it analyzed, make sure the transmission is in good shape, and especially while it's still under warranty, and to have them take a look at it. Everything feels fine. I don't suspect anything is up, but I'd rather know for sure. So let me show you what we've got and we'll get started. This is a pretty easy procedure. So thanks for joining me today, guys. If you guys like this kind of stuff and me showing you how to do stuff, please like and subscribe. If you'd share, comment, do all the things the algorithm likes you to do, and it would really, really help me, and I would sure appreciate it. So for this job, I'm going to be using this to transfer gear oil over. So you suck it out of the quart and just push it into the transmission. Super easy with this. I've got my little sample bottle, and I don't need this. I thought I needed a 10 hex, but that's actually for the transfer case and the rear diff. So the manual transmission uses a 22 and a 24 millimeter. And then I've got my gear oil right over here. So if we slip under here, I'll show you real quick. I'm in the front of the car looking toward the rear, and this is to the driver's side. So in here is the drain bolt right here. So this is a 22. And then if you move forward a little bit and farther to the driver's side, here is the, right here, there is the fill bolt. Now, always loosen the fill bolt first, because you don't want to loosen the drain bolt and then realize that for some reason you can't get the fill bolt off. So always loosen this first and then go ahead and drain it. So from right here. So we're going to go ahead. This is a 24 up here, and the drain is a 22. Kind of weird. For years, they've always used 22s. Or I mean 24s on both. So, but we're going to go ahead and do that. And this is magnetic, and this one up here is not. So let me get my 24 to loosen the fill bolt first, and I'll try and get the camera set up so you can see. So I tried to get in there with the camera, but the camera is right where I need to be. So that wasn't going to work. Oh, and this doesn't work either. I had the 22 on and not the 24. I need the 24 first to loosen this sucker. There we go. Nice and simple. Now I know that's loose, so now I can go ahead and bring the drain pan around. You know, the legs to the tripod of the camera are always in the way. Always. Some of these things are so easy to do, and yet the logistics of recording them, man, that's a lot of time and intricacy. So now here's the drain bolt. This is our 22. There we go. And this is why, you know, I didn't even torque these last time. I snug them up good and snug, and that's what I'm saying. They don't come loose on me. I've never had issues like that. I wish it poured straight down, but it doesn't. So I'm going to see if I can get some, I'm trying to think of some of the ideas people have done to not spray. Oh, I've got an idea, actually. So I need to get my sample. And I think if I do, oh yeah, see, that'll splash into it and it'll go straight down. That should work quite well. Trying to do this so I don't I don't want the cap to go down into the funnel. I just want to try to control the splash. Here it comes. There it goes. Oh, shoot. I did drop it down. Got my sample. Oh, this works great. So, it's a DEF fluid thing, but it's the shape of it that works so well. It's just that the first initial glugs. This just helps control it. Probably be fine now. Yeah, it will be. There we go. It looks great. It looks great. And I figured it would. But a friend of mine at 10,000 miles, Alex, who lives in Florida, he had Toyota do it. And when they changed it, they saw all kinds of glitter and stuff. I was looking at this coming down. I don't see any glitter whatsoever. That looks super, super clean. Super clean. So I'm not too worried about that. But I did tell him that I would go ahead and change mine, which I wanted to anyway. I'm at about 20,000, hair over 20,600, something like that. So I'm going to send this off to Blackstone. Lake's company doesn't do other fluids, just engine oil. So I'll send this off to Blackstone, have them take a look at it. But I don't see any shimmering coming out of there, so I'm not too worried. But now I can go ahead and take off the fill bolts all the way. You loosen it and it allows some air to get through there. Oh, I thought this was magnetic. Maybe it's just the different stuff. Is this? Oh, I guess it's not. Oh, that's why there's nothing on it. Oh yeah, no, it's not. I don't know why I was thinking this was magnetic. That would make sense, but it's not. I always use a new washer, even though, many people reuse them, but it's just not that, it's just not very expensive. So I just put a new one on. So, but do I think it's necessary? No, not necessarily. Drain bolt is back on. Let's just snug it down. Like I said, I just snug it down so it's snug. I'm not going to try to rip on it. Let the washer do the job for you. So now all you got to do is fill it up. So this is a 500cc extractor pump, and I have a 200 also for smaller jobs. But all you do is you suck the fluid from the quart into here and stick the straw into it, and we're going to start pumping. And you start filling it up until it starts to stream out. And once it streams out, it's full. So it's that easy. So I was trying to remember how many quarts the transmission took. If it was 2 or 2.5. There's the first quart. So stick the rest of that in there. So you just stick the hose into the hole. There it goes. Sometimes. Fill her up. There we go. So that's 1 quart. Grab a second one here. I do shake them just in case of the additive package. I want to make sure that gets dispersed amongst the oil, because I think this one might start to overflow. And you'll know when it does. It'll just start streaming out. Little river. Oh, there it is. There it is. So, boy, that was just about perfect. So, It's just getting a nice little drip there. See if I can show you here. See, so it's dripping now, but it was a little stream at first, so you know that it's full. Once it starts doing that, you're golden. Let me just spin on the filler cap and we'll be all set. I wanted to show how well this works, so you can see how it gets around there just fine. It clears everything coming down. It's just it's a great tool with that small, very small socket on there. Absolutely love this thing. So we are done with the transmission. You see how truly simple that is to do. So I've got the fill bolt up here snug down, and then here's the drain plug. Both are snug down. We've got roughly our 2.5 quarts of gear oil, and like I said, I really like this Redline MT-LV. I've used it for many years, and I've been running it in my 09 Corolla. Bought that in November of 08, so, and it's still doing quite well, almost ready to flip 145,000 on that. So we are all buttoned up here. I did the oil change earlier. I still need to add the oil to it, but other than that, we're ready to roll.